Creator's Child presents Lord Brahma's temple and the Mudra of joy. We had spent days exploring the sculptural richness and erotic magnificence of Khajuraho's western group of temples, and we were planning to leave town when our divine spirit guide, an extension of the Creator, said that we couldn't leave without visiting his temple, the Brahma temple, in the eastern group of temples. It is in a humbler part of town. No manicured lawns greet you. No guards stand at attention. As you look at it, it is little bit more than a ramshackle shrine, crumbling and falling apart. But as we entered into the sanctum, deep spiritual grace embraced us. Though defaced, the idol, the space resonated with power. We felt ourselves expand. We were taken into a state of great inner joy. We later asked the Creator, but why did He ask us to visit the temple? Because it is a lesson in humility. I, who am the great of the greats, the creator of creation, to me, the remembrance that many have is a mere ramshackle shrine. And so I would like each of you to remember that when you seek to embrace the divine, worry not that the world looks at you or no. Creation looks at you, and I look at you. We then asked him to elaborate a little bit about his nature. And he said, I am like the great grandson of the Creator. I am an extension of an extension of an extension of an extension of the Creator. And he also said that if a self just one level deeper were to speak, not only would you burst into 1,000 fragments, your entire world could tear apart. And so, a very important point he makes is that there have been huge arguments and huge fights in history about what God is like. And he says that, like, look, each tradition, each religion turns around and claims that it knows God completely and totally. He says that the Creator himself does not know himself in total completeness. For his magnificence is impossible even for him to encompass, let alone us. Stop squabbling, he urges us. For in his eyes are holy texts, a mere KG class stuff for little souls. Presents us with a very beautiful thought. He says that just as I call myself the great-grandson of the Creator, you too are a child of the Creator. A great-grandson or granddaughter, so to speak. The only difference being where I am a ripple closer to the very center of existence. You are about 1,000,000 times removed. And yet, even at that distance from your true existence, you still command enormous amount of wisdom, of joy, of power, of love, of growth. And so he told us, you can create a world of joy. You can bring forward into this world, which seems very dark and hellish at this present point in time, a route, a pathway, a trajectory of joy. Naturally, we then asked, how? How do we create this world of joy? Expecting no doubt for him to give us some device, some truth, some mantra or mudra that would help us manifest things. He paused and looked at me and looked at mankind. And then he smiled and said, the reason often that you have so little joy is not that you lack power, but that you lack an understanding of what true joy can be. The great self-acceptance that is the Creator's existence. And so he gave us a mudra, which he called a temple of joy. And this mudra, when held, reminds us of that breathless existence, that honey-like existence from which we have all emerged. The mudra is beautiful and simple to do. In it, you bring your two hands close and you touch the little fingers together. These represent or are connected to forces of earthiness, of desire, of instinct. You then take the thumb and put it on the top line of the little finger. The left thumb on the opposite finger, so that it's something like this. They're touching the opposite little finger. Then you touch the other fingers together, ring finger to ring finger, middle finger to middle finger, pointer finger to pointer finger, till it forms a kind of a temple. And you hold this. As you hold it, it begins to awaken the golden divine body that all beings have. So how do you use this? Well, at first you keep it above your head, and as you do it, you will slowly find it activating your crown. To energize it further and deeper, you then bring the mudra down to the heart area. This is particularly rewarding for most people, because often in life we begin to lose faith in joy. But sometimes this can be very challenging. So he says at times you may need to later use what is called the Garuda Mudra. Then hold the mudra at the navel, invert it for the root, knees, feet. To energize and charge this mudra, we could use the sound sa, ka, nya with name of the divine form that we are closest to. For example, with Brahma, Sukanya Brahma ho. Mudra and chant are done typically for 5 minutes, 1 to 6 times a day. Mornings and evenings are better. Warning, the mudra can be very heady. After you do it, ground yourself. If you found this video rewarding, share it with others. Subscribe to our channel and visit creatorschild.com.